Hi, I'm Alice from Cincinnati, and I wanted to tell everyone about Recovery Boot Camp and how we found this for our son. I know so many of you are in a situation that we were exactly about 5 or 6 months ago and struggling to find a place for our loved one. He was struggling with addiction and alcoholism. And after watching a webinar since about last February, where I discovered Rabbi Mark and Dave in a Recovery Boot Camp Family Edition webinar, I felt like I got to know them so well and they became almost family to me, and I felt confident that this was the right place to send our son when that time came. It's not only a great place for your loved one, where I am confident that you'll find he gets all the help, support, knowledge, education that he needs, but you will also get all the education that you need to help you as a loved one and a family, and to carry on while they're being cared for, you're being cared for. I'm going to look at a couple notes that I wrote down about what I wanted to tell you about. I think compared to other centers, my son has been in other centers, and I guess the comfort that I find is having us so involved as a family. The other centers, he was actually sent away, or it was an outpatient center, and he was not successful long term. The longest term, I think he was sober, and this has been going on about 5 years, has been about 5 months. And it just wasn't, he didn't get the education. There was a different basis to it, and AA, the 12 steps, was not involved, whereas at RBC, Recovery Boot Camp, it is, and that's the basis, I think, for future possibilities and a great future ahead to just to continue with an AA. I'm also going to say right now, Al-Anon is a great family support, and I highly recommend that you get involved with that as a family. My loved one also I can describe it, the last 5 years of just a lot of discomfort, a lot of very scary times, a lot of difficulty, and really feeling like I'd lost the son I had always known. It got to the point where he had been a successful, athletic, intelligent, happy-go-lucky guy, and all of a sudden he was almost someone that I didn't recognize, living out of his car at times, going from job to job, living in situations and doing things that I would never dream of, and I'm sure he wouldn't either. He now has the opposite. The son I knew or used to know is now back. And having stayed at RBC now, like I said, for almost 6 months, a little over 5, he's learning life skills and responsibility and accountability through AA, which is an awesome program. But with RBC, they're helping him with budget. Part of the program is that he has to have a job. And it's a step-down program, which I love too, because originally your loved one will be taken into detox and safely removed from all alcohol and drugs in the system. And then they go into another program where they're just there with all the guys. And I almost call it almost like little bungalows right near the beach. I mean, 1.5 miles, but they're individual homes where the guys live together, and then there's a big open space in the middle where they can come out and play ping pong ball and, you know, sit at a table and talk. So I love the community and the camaraderie that he has gotten from being with the other guys and guys that are in the same situation that he's in. And then they step down to a little bit less, you know, closeness and not as tight control, and they're encouraged to go out and get a job and work a job, and then come back and still be involved in AA and groups. And it's just a wonderful program. I can't say enough. I think the best thing that I can say is that I feel like as a family that we've gotten our family back, including our son. and that Recovery Boot Camp is the best decision that you could ever make for your loved one. And I highly recommend them. And I just can't say how much I really love all the individual people that work there for Recovery Boot Camp, and know that their heart is in it, and that this will not only be the best thing that you can do for your loved one, but for yourself. So thanks for listening, and take care.